Today we're taking a look at combat tips and tricks for Dragon Age Veilguard. Let's get to it. Alright, so before we get into this video, I just want to state from the get-go, because I know there's going to be people that are going to be down in there in the comments complaining or whatever. I'm going to do my best to prevent any spoilers in this video at all. There definitely will not be anything in this video that spoils story stuff. So specific story elements aren't going to be spoiled. However, things like some locations, bosses, characters, stuff like that, it's just gonna kind of happen. There's not a lot I can do about that as I'm pretty far along and I need to show you game footage. But I will do my best to keep as many spoilers out of this video as possible, as this is a heavily story-driven game. But if you expect to watch any type of guide video without any spoilers at all in it, you're crazy. The way this game does armor, weapons, and accessories is a little weird, and it's very easy to get armor or weapons or anything in between that will be better than the things that you have but won't fit your build. But not to worry, because nothing in this game is permanent as far as character development wise, and you can respec and remodel and do anything you want with your character at any given point of time. And it's really easy for items that you may be set on for a specific build type to fall off in effectiveness very quickly. So the first tip is don't get locked into anything. Be flexible with your build and your playstyle. If you get an item that doesn't fit your build, but it significantly increases your damage and it's a really good upgrade, just respec your build style, if you can do it in a way that makes sense. This will help ensure that combat stays nice and smooth for you, and you're never in a situation where you feel like you're not doing enough damage. Speaking of damage, using combos in this game is extremely beneficial and makes combat so much easier. So when you are thinking about your party comp, ensure that you have people with complementary abilities that can apply a status effect to a target and detonate said status effect for maximum amounts of damage. It's even possible for you yourself to apply, at least for mages, I can't speak for other classes, but mages, because that's what I'm playing, can apply two separate types of status effects, weaken and overwhelm. So I could easily put two people into my party that detonate, weaken, and overwhelm, allowing me to alternate back and forth between the two party members. While one is on cooldown, I can use the other and just do massive amounts of burst damage. This is extremely important and makes taking out bosses so much easier when you do this. Not only does it do massive amounts of damage, it slows down time for a second, giving you time to react to what they're doing and stops them from doing stuff for a period of time, giving you time to do things. So make sure you are making as much use of these combos as possible. All of your companions get some type of support ability, with a majority of them getting some type of heal ability. Pick someone that you're going to run with that has this healing ability and spec into it before you start putting points into any of their damage abilities. This will do multiple things. These abilities will give you additional buffs when they wear off, like completely preventing damage or increasing damage and a variety of different things, as well as getting the ability to just heal you for more. This should be your main go-to for healing, saving your potions for last-ditch efforts when things are about to go wrong. Now, I don't know about the harder versions of this game, but just the standard default playthrough, you do have a mechanic in the game that prevents you from getting one shot. It'll bring you down to 1 health and then you'll take another hit and die. This is a perfect opportunity to use your health pots. Otherwise, you should just be making use of your dedicated healer. Unless you're in a situation where you have a build where you never really take damage or you heal through all of the damage, in that case, just ignore this tip altogether. Speaking of healing, you can really easily heal in between fights by fast traveling or touching one of the fast travel points and then just exiting back out. Now, I do want to note that if you do this, you will partially reset some quest stuff. So for example, if you're breaking a bunch of blight boils and you have to break them to get to a spot to finish the quest, and you fast travel or touch a fast travel point and exit back out of it, you will semi-reset the level, spawning those blight boils again. I had another situation with this where I was lighting some torches to get to a treasure, and activating the fast travel point reset those torches. So do keep that in mind, but in between fights, once you've had like a big boss fight or something like that, say you've spent all of your potions, you've taken a beating, just touch one of these fast travel points, it will refresh all of your potions and heal you as well. This next tip may be super obvious to some people, but it wasn't to me at first, so I want to point it out. Getting copies of an item increases the rarity of an item. So your equipment in this game has two technically 3 types of upgrades. You can enchant it, which is completely separate from everything else. You can remove enchantments, swap them around, all that stuff at any given point of time when you are back at the lighthouse with absolutely no detrimental effect and nothing is permanent. The other way you can upgrade an item is a direct upgrade to the item, which is that number up at the top, +1, +2, +3, +4, however many, and that just increases the values of its base stuff. So for example, its base armor, its base damage values, things like that. That's what that'll increase. It'll never mess with the stuff below that. To unlock the stuff below that that has the lock symbols by it, that is to increase the rarity. And to do that, you need to find duplicates of the item. The easiest way to get your hands on a duplicate item is from the guild shops, but there's a little trick to this. So for example, in Treviso, if you get an item on that map, there is a very good chance that that guild shop sells a duplicate of that item that you got in that location. And this is the same for every location. Well, all of the ones that have a guild shop in them. If they have a shop in them that sells items, you're going to find those items on that map, and then you can buy them from the guild shop. Or you can buy them from the guild shop and then go explore the map and find them on the map. So if you're in a situation where you have an item and you're having a hard time finding it randomly somewhere hidden in a chest on the map, check the guild shop because they may have it. Now, it might be locked to a specific level and you may have to upgrade that guild shop by upgrading your reputation, but there's a pretty good chance that they have the item that you're looking for. The other way to do this is to just find the chests on the map. So if you look on the map for a given area, it tells you up on the left-hand side how many chests are on that map. You just got to go through and play the RNG game until you find the items that you're looking for. You can also get items by doing quests as well, and the items that you're looking for may also be hidden behind a quest. As I stated before, it's all very annoying and I kind of just wish they used the traditional method of items, but this is how they chose to do things. Now that you understand how Rarity works and adding the bonuses to your items, let's talk about upgrading your items. It's very important to upgrade your items. It's relatively cheap to do so. You should have plenty of resources if you're basically just destroying everything that is on the map, which you should be doing. This will give you a constant stream of not only gold, but also the resources that you need in order to upgrade your items. This will help prevent your items from falling off damage-wise if you are running into a situation, as I stated before, where damage starts to fall off. Now, this won't save you in all cases, but it does help. There are some cases where the bonuses that you're going to get on new items because they are of increased rarity are just going to outweigh the bonuses that you have on items that you're currently using. And when that happens, your best bet is just to shift your build. In order to continuously upgrade your items, you need to ensure that you are looking for mementos and also buying said mementos from shops. You can find them in all kinds of different shops all over the place. They're also scattered across the maps. The mementos are really important because they allow you to upgrade your workshop, and you need to upgrade your workshop if you want to keep increasing the power of your items because it limits you to the level of your workshop. So if your workshop is only level 2, you can only upgrade your items to level 2. It also affects your enchantments. So enchantments are locked behind workshop level as well. So it's worth buying the mementos that you see in vendors from the vendors, even though they're around 500 a piece. Trust me, you're not going to need the gold for much else. Buy those mementos so that you can increase the level of your workshop. And the last tip I have for you is pay attention to your companion gear, how that synergizes with your build and how that synergizes with the companions that you're taking with you. Let me take a second here to explain everything that I mean with that because it's pretty complex. So first off, everybody's weapon has an attack my target effect on it. Attack my target is pretty important because it can set you up for lots of additional damage, weakening the enemy, taking down barriers or armor faster, and a whole plethora of different effects. So just something like the weapon alone can make a massive difference in something like a boss fight if you have, for example, a boss with a lot of barrier. You can see here my _ʟᴏ has an attack my target deals plus 50% barrier damage, and my 𝐵 has the exact same thing on her weapon. Attack my target does plus 50% barrier damage. So if you have a target with a lot of barrier and you look at it and you tell both of them to attack my target, they're going to do massive amounts of barrier damage to that target. So make use of the attack my target effects and how those synergize together, especially with each other and your build. The other thing is there other items can have bonus effects on them too, which can synergize with each other as well as your build and in the order in which you do things. And let me explain that as well. If you look at my _ʟᴏ, her ring here has the effect on it. Your other companions' cooldowns are reduced by 10 seconds whenever _ʟᴏ's abilities defeat an enemy. So if we look at her skills, she she does have the ability to apply weaken, she also has the ability to detonate sunder. So because she has that ring, it would be a good idea, if she wasn't my healer time slower downer, to put points into fade bolts so that she can be the sunder detonator, and then have another companion that applies sunder, because once she detonates it, if it kills the enemy, it's going to reduce the cooldowns on the companion that applied the sunder by 10 seconds. So if that's your healer, it gets them back up and ready to go even faster to be able to heal you if you need healing after the fact, because there's other enemies or what have you. Paying attention to things like this when it comes to your party comp can be the difference between combat just feeling super easy or being extremely difficult. And with that, we are going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you all found this video helpful and informational. If you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when I upload other videos. And if you're looking for some more of my content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.